Okay, so just to kind of walk you through how to register for the APENS exam, this is their website, apens.org, and this is the homepage. So if you look on the left side, you'll see a bunch of information here, and on the right, you'll see frequently asked questions about the exam in terms of how much it costs, who's eligible, how is it formatted, what do you get for passing. Those are all things that are important for you to know. The other thing is the study guide and the APENS standards. You should have those from your field experience class. So that should be something that you use to study for the exam as well. And then you have the exam application. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. And you want to make sure you check the eligibility criteria. So you can look at the application checklist. So these are all things that need to happen. $150 is how much it costs. You can see where to send the money, but they also do PayPal, I saw. So basically you're going to, there are two things that you can do. You can send part 1 and part 2 of the application together, or you can send part 1 now, just the registration and the money, and then send your teaching certificate, your verification of 200 hours, and official transcripts from each college and university. So that's going to be where you guys did your undergrad, if you did a master's anywhere, and then definitely from Wright State. But keep in mind, it does need to be an official transcript, so very, very important. And with that, just make sure that your grade from this semester's class is on your official transcript if you want to register and send in that stuff early rather than after you take the exam, because you need to have a certain number of credit hours. I think it's at least 12 done and under your belt. So this would be this would put you over the 12 if you started in the fall. So that is something to keep in mind, but make sure that the grades from this class do post to your transcript first before you request a transcript. And so that means that I need to have everything turned in. So if you're still working on assignments for this class or for other classes that you've taken with me, make sure you get those in pretty quick, because obviously you need to have that stuff on your transcript. So we're going to go down to the bottom, and what you're going to do is you're going to click on university, and you'll type in Wright State, type in your name, if your school record's under another name, mine are, but I'm not going to do that for now because that's not important. We'll do, I'm putting in my work address, but you can do whatever address is better for you. I suspect probably your home would be better. Okay, so we'll put all that in, date of birth, email. Use a preferred email, so it may not be your work email if you don't check that as often. Okay, how will you be paying? So we'll just say I'm going to mail a check. If you need any special arrangements for anything, I don't, but if you do, you'll just put that here in the additional information, like extra time, for example. Here, just make sure you acknowledge all this stuff, that you're not cheating, that you're giving them all the, true information, no fake IDs, all of that stuff. So then we'll click to continue to part 2. This is a survey that they use. It's not going to hurt your certification either way, but you can fill this out if you want. I think they're just trying to keep track of who's taking the exam. So we will go. So here's part 2. Okay, and for this, I think my teaching license is not valid anymore. But basically here you're going to put in your name and your email again. Are you a certified physical education teacher? Hopefully yes, you all are. If yes, then what state? So that would be Ohio. Other content areas if you have health or anything like that. I believe for this first question, do you have a pre-service emphasis area or minor in adapted physical education? That would be no for most of you. Teaching experience. So here you are going to essentially put in the information from your field experience last semester. Okay, so type of site, whether it was, it's a school setting, responsibilities, most of you are the primary teacher for, kids with various disabilities, number of hours, you can put 200, and then whoever your supervisor was. You could put me, or you could put your school supervisor there. But they do need to fill out this section 3. So my suggestion is you probably would have either, I don't know, if you have access to your school supervisor and you can have them fill this out quick, this endorsement from them, then have them do that. Otherwise, let me know and I can print it and sign it and send it to you. Academic preparation, they do not want photocopied transcripts. So this needs to be an official, notarized, whatever transcript coming from your university. So that means you need to have you know how they come like in a sealed envelope, don't open the envelope, okay? So if you have them send it to you, that's fine. Just don't open the little envelope that has the actual transcript inside it. So then you're just going to put in all your colleges, universities, majors, degrees, etc. And then your adapted physical education coursework. So this is going to be important because obviously this is where they're getting the information for your endorsement. So just make sure you know like the course name. So K&H 7100, 7530, 7840, 7130 are the ones that you've taken so far. Put in the titles, Wright State University. Course number goes on the right. And then the number of credit hours, okay? And then make sure, they need this notarized, like they're really hardcore about this. So, notaries, you can find them at banks, you can find them at the BMV, post offices sometimes have them, but it does need to be something where you sign it in front of a notary, just basically saying that you are who you say you are. So some of this stuff is going to require you to print and send things to the APENS people. When I did mine, I just printed out the whole entire application and filled it all out that way. Now it's online, so yeah, so just make sure that you keep in mind or keep track of the things that you need to print and send to APENS before you submit it, and then just hit submit at the bottom, okay? So again, just make sure that you have your grades posted so you can check your unofficial transcript. If you go to wings.wright.edu, log in, and I think that is going to be your U number. And you can do a lookup transcript or something like that, unofficial transcript, something. So make sure you do that. And if you see that you have an incomplete or anything like that, you're going to need to finish up that coursework so that you can get a grade. If you have questions about this, please let me know.